Alright, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Rustin Mod. In this episode, you saw us go to Mike's Mustangs, which is a giant junkyard in our area. And he actually has an additional lot, and he's nice enough to let us take a tour of this lot. So we're going to take a look at this lot. There's a little bit of more complete cars, I would say, a little bit better cars that would be able to get back on the road. So we're going to take a look at what he's got here and see what other stories that this guy has, because he's been collecting cars for years. So we'll talk to him and we'll see how he was able to obtain all these awesome cars. So follow us along and we'll see what we can find. All right, Mike is actually loading up a car he's selling today. So we started in the back of the lot and then we'll meet up with him at the front of the lot. So let's take a look at what cool cars are back here. All right, Patrick's with us here today and we're gonna take a look at all these cars. Another one of those things where we didn't really realize that he had another lot back here, so we want to film some of the cool stuff that he has. So anyway, we'll start here with this really cool Galaxy. Yeah, really cool patina on this thing. You can see down here, Galaxy 500. Automatic, it looks like. See if we can open it. Oh yes. Not a bad car. Pretty cool. Really like this. Does have some rot on the roof, but it looks like it was a vinyl top. Yeah, the chrome strip. It looks like it was a vinyl top, so probably needs some metal work. But look at the rocker. Not bad. Very cool. Definitely savable. Nice. Yeah, the door shut's good. So this is kind of like our Mercury Montclair that we have. It even has the crank vent windows on it, so that's pretty cool. Very kind of similar layout too to the Montclair. I guess this is a 63, 64, I would say. And right next to it actually is another Mercury. If you saw the videos that we have on our Mercury Montclair we found at our swap meet, this one is the body style after it. So this one's a 4-door, almost the same color, and it's actually really solid, really good shape also. I'll have to see what motor's in this thing. Yeah, so this is pretty much our Mercury version, the one after it. So it also has this one's way more loaded than ours is. It has air conditioning and a 390 power steering. It has power brakes. So it does have the single pop master cylinder. So I guess that would be 65. It wasn't until 67 that they switched to the dual. But anyway, very cool car too. Really solid. It is a 4-door. But cool, you don't really see too many of these Mercuries around. I'll look at this one before I look at the next one. Pontiac Grand Prix convertible. Definitely have seen better days, but a really cool car. Not just all Fords in this lot. He does do primarily Mustangs, but it's a pretty cool Pontiac.
I mean, if you could just get past the top.
Yeah, the roof, it's a pretty solid car. You can tell these cars are definitely the ones that could definitely get back on the road. I know a lot of guys were asking last time if he could get a lot of the cars in the lot back on the road, and you could, but this lot is definitely a lot better in terms of the car condition. But
rocks.
Wow. Oh wow, yeah. Yep, so Pontiac Grand Prix. And this car is really cool. It is very rotted, but just with the door and the volunteer fire department logo and stuff, super cool car. I really like this one. It's definitely very rotted. I think this is a 53, 54 Ford. So this one's a 53 or 54 Ford, and it is very cool. From Illinois, it looks like. But it's definitely seen better days, unfortunately, but it's a super cool wagon.
That sticker on the winch says 85.
85. Yeah, so she's been off the road for a while. Look at the trim. Man, it's a shame. This one's really cool. Super cool sign on the side. The ranch wagon. There's probably a 352 in it or a flathead, depending on the year. I'm not really sure which year it is, but very cool car. And then I got another Galaxy, which this one is super cool. So this car is actually a Galaxy 500 with the bench seat, and if you can see there, it's a 4-speed car. So this one's super cool, and this one actually probably would be better shape than the other one because the roof is a little bit better, and oh, the door didn't open. The roof's a little bit better. It wasn't a vinyl top, but obviously you got some rust down here, but that's stuff they sell. So You probably make a good one out of two. It's cool that this one's a 4-speed. Oh, this one is pretty complete. This will run.
Yeah.
Wow. This one's a really cool car too. Comment below if you want to see us get this thing running. This would be cool because it's got a 4-speed in it.
Yeah, 4-speed's cool. You can actually like try to drive it.
Yeah. Wow.
Or if we could get out of here.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, he doesn't have a problem getting stuff out of here, it looks like. But, so, yeah, this is a cool car, 4-speed. And it's a full frame car, so we don't really, you know, odds of it not, you know, from rust having to do floors and stuff are not too bad.
I mean, honestly, you got, like, visually looking at it, you got maybe fenders and some quarter panels. But, like, other than that, like, wheel wells,
Yeah.
the pinch well, like, everything looks really good.
Yeah, this is a cool car. Needs
Yeah,
a windshield. But that's what's cool about this lot is if you find a car like this, odds are he's got another car that, like the one in the back here, that you could use parts off of to get this one back on the road. So really neat opportunity here with a nice guy that allows you to kind of build what you want with this stuff. So pretty cool. Yeah, so this car is a Mercury Monterey, if you see there. So we have a Mercury Montclair. This is a little bit lower of the model back then. This one's obviously a lot older, but this one is pretty cool. You don't really see too many Mercuries back then. And if you can see on the inside, not really sure what year this is. I assume early mid 50s, 50, I would say 3 or 4.
Show them the controls and stuff for like.
Wow. Yeah.
Like on the steering column.
I guess we can't open the door. It's got a, but if you can see in here, all the controls and stuff are.
It's like an airplane or something.
Yeah. It's got this really cool like cutout on the steering wheel there where a bunch of cool controls are. Yeah, yeah. Super cool. Definitely rotted. I mean, it'd be a good parts car, I'd say. Well, Mercury's especially are hard to find compared to Fords and stuff like that. Got this Camaro here, 3rd gen. Not really classic. I mean, I'm sure it'd be a good parts car, but they're not as hard to find as some of these cars. What are you doing there, bud? Break yourself, shoot. All right, so this is a flathead Ford, I believe. I think this is a shoebox Ford. Got a flathead 6-cylinder car to see. Got some stuff filed on it. This one's the only car with air in the tires, so I guess he rolled it back here. These are full frame also. These are pretty cool. This one definitely is a project. But yeah, it's some good metal. I mean, the doors, rockers are shot, but quarters and everything, the roof is good. So another good car. This one, I was like, man, we just bought that Maverick that you saw in the previous episode. This one is a lot rougher than that one, I would say, but it has these smaller bumpers. Ours is a 76, so it has these big bumpers on them. This one is mid-year, where they're a lot bigger than the earlier 70s ones, but they're not as small. They're not as small as those ones, but they're not as big as ours. So the back bumper on this one is a lot smaller than the one that we have. And this one was a vinyl top, so it looks like the roof on this guy is shot. Somebody tried to fiberglass that in, but not saving this guy, unfortunately. Oh, it's a Plymouth, okay.
Plymouth, yeah.
That's cool.
And I got a title to it.
Really?
I had to buy it to get this. A lady had a 69 Mach 1.
Yeah.
And I've had that story happen to me so many times. Well, I don't really want to sell it, but if you buy everything in the house,
Wow.
the husband passes and there's stuff sitting there. And so, yeah.
That was kind of like us with those Torinos. We had to buy all of them to get the Torinos,
Sure,
you know?
I believe that.
He had an Escape and a Ranger we didn't really
Right.
want, but yeah. So you're like, oh.
And then all the new cars didn't run. All the old cars were.
Yeah,
That's something.
yeah.
And that's
Electric fuel pump and
Right.
stuff, they don't work. So he was saying that this car was a Plymouth, and I know there's a bunch of Mopar guys out there that were looking for some Mopars in the last video. So here's one, and it's pretty rough down on the bottom, but it's got pretty good parts to it for sure. Pretty neat inside. You can see it down in there. A little bit hard to get, no motor. A little bit hard to get some video today because it's really sunny. That's not a problem. But definitely a cool paint job on this. This would be a cool, put a frame under it, get it running and driving, and leave the cool little patina look to it. Put some wheels on it. Clean up whatever somebody spray painted down the side of it. Here's some shots of the inside. This one actually is not too bad. Pretty cool dash. Look at that push button radio. Really cool inside this car. Wow. I love all this old stuff. The split windshield. And the glass actually isn't cracked, but it's definitely delaminated some. Black floors are in it. This isn't bad. This is a cool project. All right, so this is the Fairlane 500. Pretty cool car. I love the look of these. It is a 4-door. But man, look at the door. I mean, that's just so neat. They make them look like 2 doors back then. But it's super cool. There's the inside of it, if you can see in there. Has some pretty good dash pieces and stuff, but other than that, she's a little rough. I don't even think it has a rear axle in it. But like you said, good parts cars. Really cool. I love this white patina look on it that it's got. It needs a rear glass and stuff, but a super cool find as well. And then behind it here is this Barracuda. Now we were talking and it looks like this rear glass might be worth more than the whole car. I couldn't imagine how hard that is to find, but what a neat car to be sitting back here, especially with the rear glass. The rest of the car is pretty rotted, but it's a very, very cool car. Doesn't have a title, and you can see his price there. So, and you need it in your driveway, no motor, yeah. But you can put the Hemi behind a Hemi under glass, you know. Yeah. You got a perfect car for that because you don't mind cutting it up. There's another shot of this Barracuda. And this side is actually better than the other side. Somebody had some kind of motor in it because it's got a big hole in the hood. We're doing some cars shuffling around. Here's this really nice Thunderbird, and this is a very good car. I love this year. It looks like a spaceship, but really complete. Definitely has some surface rust issues, but look at the inside of this thing. It's very, very nice. Very good car, and not too bad with rust underneath here. Pretty straight. I like this one a lot. So it's either a 63, 64 Thunderbird, I believe, and it's a pretty good example of one, especially if you're trying to find one of these things these days. I'm sure it's not easy to find. Very, very cool car. It does have some rust back here, but rockers and everything like that look good. These I mean they rust, but you don't really see them as rotted as some other cars. I wonder if it's just because they're a little bit better kept or what, because they're expensive, but not really sure. Look at this one, has the wood stinger pipe edition, where it's an Edsel that a tree was definitely growing through it and had to cut down to get it out. I don't really see these Edsels very often. Yeah, that's cool. These really cool taillights and these awesome doors. This one's pretty rough, but it's a cool car. I love the front end of them. I know a lot of guys think they're super ugly. They look like a clock, but I think it looks really cool. I mean, that's just such a neat design. It definitely wasn't good for Ford. It almost put Ford under back in the day, but it's a cool car now, I think. Definitely don't see anything like that driving down the road. But this is a pretty neat car. And it has all the, let's see if it opens up. Has a really kind of destroyed interior, but it's got floors in it, so that's good. But I mean, it's pretty rough, as you can see on the back here. I mean, she's shot. It'd be another good parts car if you have a front grille or something that you need. All right, so here's a Mercury Meteor. Sorry if you can't hear me. They're loading some cars up, get them out of here. But this thing's pretty cool. It looks kind of like a Comet, I guess, but a little bit bigger. Maybe it's a Fairlane, but a Mercury version. I'm not really sure. You can see it on the dash here, Mercury Meteor. Pretty cool. It's missing the driver's door, but that's a neat car. It's a post. So
it's got an
it's
engine.
a 2-door. Yeah, I don't know. Oh yeah, dude, that thing.
Pretty good, actually.
Yeah, full small block. Wow, we could probably get this running. Dude, it turns over good. Comment down below if you want to see us get this thing running. Cat's getting ready to spin it over by hand and fire right up. Wow. Wow, this is pretty cool. Too bad it doesn't have a door and a windshield. It'd be a little hard to see out of that. But this is a pretty solid car. Yeah, that's neat. Well, there's one of those too. Very cool. I love the tail lights on this thing.
Yeah, it's like a fish mouth.
Yeah. Look how cool these tail lights are.
I don't think I've ever seen.
Yeah, very cool.
I think there's just a lens in there, and that's just. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. It probably shoots out. Like it's got like a thing.
Dang, that probably sucks. I wonder how hard it is to find these.
I don't know. It's got to be tough for sure. Look at this, what's going on behind us. He's like, I don't need to load the whole thing, just load half of it. So this is the Torino here that he just unloaded. Definitely been sitting in the woods for a long time. Yeah, that's not too bad. I mean, it's definitely not the best, but it's a Torino fastback, so you know it's probably gonna be worth something. But definitely another really cool car. I don't think it has an engine in it. I don't think. Let's see. No, I don't think it does. But you know, good parts roller. And then the cool Biscayne over here, which I really like. Look at the fins on this thing. It is a 4-door, no glass in it, but it's got a really cool patina to it. Not sure what motor's in it. It's all covered up. But anyway, so that's pretty much the look at this yard. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully we can find some more cool yards like this that we can explore. If you know of any in the East Coast area, comment down below. So you just go find them online and go grab them and then bring them back?
You know, I'm fortunate to have a place to
put
them. So, you know, you called me up and said, hey man, I need a fender for a Thunderbird. If I don't have one, you know, it's like, and I tow all over the place.
Right.
I just sold a 69 coupe. So in that process, I needed a GT motor 05 to 08. GT motor for one customer. I need a transmission, 5-speed, and a rear. So I bought a back at the house is an 08 GT. I haven't even unloaded it. I just got it night for last.
So you find them online, go get them, and bring them to your lot.
Yeah.
How long have you been doing that for?
Almost 50 years.
Wow. Well, yeah. So that lot that you have. Yeah, I bet.
Yeah.
You do what we want to do every day.
Yeah.
Just we just don't have a place to put it.
Yeah.
So how long have you had?
Key.
Yeah. How long have you
I'm
had?
born and raised where the cars are.
Okay, that's what I was going to ask. Yeah.
What's this gun? It's a hobby that got out of control. I was a paid fireman for 28 years.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
my days off, I'd start doing body work. My buddy did mechanical work, and
Yeah.
the rest is history. Now my son's kind of got into it. So
Yeah.
So he'll have all this
He
stuff.
does the old stuff, though. You know?
Yeah.
But
So is he the one that got you into getting the newer Mustangs?
yeah, more or less. You know, hey Dad, we need this, we need that, and then
Yeah.
I'd go to the junkyard to jump the car, and there'd be like that one wrecked Roush that's there. You know?
Right. Yeah, that's
Do
a
I
good.
really pay that much money for a car?
Yeah. All right. Cool. All right. Well, big shout out to Mike's Mustangs for letting us shoot a second lot, and we'll probably be back here. There's a few cars that we scoped out that we want to get running in his big lot and in this lot. So if you guys want to see that, make sure you comment down below, see if we can get some of these cars running. Definitely it would be some decent future projects for the channel. So comment down below, see which ones that you want to see get back on the road. But for now, we'll see you guys on the next episode. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, so you can be up to date on all of our adventures that we're going to do here at Rustomod. Thanks for watching.